All right, we're on. Well, welcome to season 11, episode 3. This is a request about my basil pesto recipe. Very quick, very easy, very straightforward. The only ingredients are basil, which we have 3 ounces, leaves in the food processor, 2 garlic cloves that have been minced. I have about 1/3 to 3/8 of a cup of toasted pine nuts. You could probably see those when the oil started glistening on the pine nuts. I took them off the pan, so they're still pretty warm. I got some Parmesan Reggiano cheese and olive oil, and that's it. So, into the food processor, basil, garlic, pine nuts. I'm going to put it on pulse. And I'm just going to coarsely chop all these ingredients. And I might have to bash these down a little. Fortunately, the countertop is clean. I cleaned it on the 1st of the month, and today's the 26th, so it's pretty good. Okay, so let's put this down again and. That's about the consistency we're looking for. Now to that we're going to add about 1/2 cup of olive oil, and this is more of an exact measurement. Rather, it's simply looking to see the consistency we get after adding the oil. So let's put it on pulse and slowly drizzle in. That's nowhere near done yet, but I want to scrape everything off the side. If you get a shot of that, it's really thick and goopy, but it is all incorporating very nicely indeed. Okay, so once again, let's go our extra virgin olive oil, California Olive Ranch. We could probably use a little bit more in here. So some of you have been asking, can I use walnuts or pistachios or any other nut? And you can. The classic recipe calls for pine nuts, but we have used walnuts and pistachios in the past, and they turned out just fine. It's certainly a different taste. So let's add a little bit more olive oil. Okay, and that's what we're looking for. So now to that, I'm just going to add about 1/2 cup of grated Parmesan Reggiano cheese. You can use Grana Padano if you like, if that's all you have in hand. Those are the only 2 cheeses I might recommend, something like Swiss or Munster. Wouldn't be a good idea. Okay. And the other question you might have is, why don't I add the cheese into the blender at the same time? And the heat from the blaze would melt the cheese, and I don't want that. We simply want to fold the cheese in. But this is really looking wonderful. And I'm going to finish scraping this in, and we'll come back and I'll grate the cheese and fold it in later. All right, and we're back. As you recall, just about a minute ago, I was just taking all the basil, garlic, pine nuts, and oil out of the food processor into the bowl, and now we're going to take about 1/2 cup of Parmesan cheese. We switched our cutting board simply to leave the cheese in an unadulterated state. So let's see what that is. That should be about 1/4 cup right here. Perfect. And let's get another 1/4 cup. And that looks about right. And it's all to taste, go more or less as you see fit. You notice I haven't added salt to this. I don't think it needs it. The cheese itself is plenty salty, and that adds great flavor. If you like, add some salt. Now, as is, this should stay in the refrigerator for a couple weeks, particularly if you cover it with olive oil. And I think now by folding in the Parmesan cheese, I'm gonna have to add a little bit more olive oil. It's really thickening up. But this is exactly how I like it. And we'll add some more olive oil to this. Again, just to have it on the top, to keep it fresh, as well as to loosen it up just a touch. That looks about right. All healthy, wholesome ingredients. This is a fantastic topping for pasta, fish, dipping in bread, putting on pizza. And there we go. There is our wonderful basil pesto a la Dan de Premio. Thanks for watching. Bye.